Yo, welcome back, people, ladies and gentlemen, fellas, girls, back to the Bros Podcast. I'm your host, Zoe.
Yeah, it's your boy Shakri. Back at it.
Yeah, man, yeah, I heard Pollen is kicking everybody's ass, man.
Man, that shit not cool at all, bro. They,
Hmm.
they need to got plant female trees so the male trees can stop nutting everywhere, bro. That's basically what it is.
Exactly.
I mean, you can be allergic to that, to the tree sperm, basically.
Everybody taking facials.
Exactly. Basically, all over your car, everywhere. It's crazy.
Your car be all black, you come out that shit yellow, you like, dang, I got bumblebee out
Nah,
there.
yeah, exactly. My shit, yo. And then it's like, do I even clean it? So it's because it's gonna happen again. So
Exactly. So got there. We was supposed to do one yesterday, but we're doing one today. So goddamn, I got a little breakdown for y'all. Goddamn, we're gonna talk about how we kind of defended LeBron against the Stephen A. Smith and stuff, but now new information come out. He knew about the trade. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna dive into that.
for
Um,
real?
yeah, we're gonna dive into that. We're gonna talk about the NFL trying to get rid of the Philly tush push that they call it. Well, the media call it that. They say the Eagles don't call it that. Okay. Then we're gonna talk about they brought up D Wade and Harden, you know, as top off guards, ever, whatever. Get into that.
Hmm.
And what's your personal opinion about MVPs versus rings? And then we're gonna finish it off with the college. It's the Final Four, right? Duke, Houston, Florida, and who's the other team?
Yup. This weekend.
Yep, we're gonna talk about that.
Um. uh,
Auburn. So we
mhm.
might actually go watch that game because I think we're gonna do a live and actually do video on that because they play Saturday. So we probably gonna do that for
Yeah,
y'all.
we should be able to watch that.
Yeah. So so that's the lineup. So we're gonna jump right into it. NFL trying to ban the tush push. What's your thoughts on it, bro?
Yeah, they hating. They hating, bro. Because I don't think it's did the NFL bring it to the table,
No,
or did
the
like
green
another
yeah, another
team do it?
team. So the Green Bay Packers brought it up and was like, yeah, you shouldn't have this play allowed because it's injury and this, that, and the third. Now, what I can say is it do look like something bad happened, but hey, nobody's been injured. So what footing are you standing on? Like, you know, the kickoff, they did the thing with the kickoff because high impact,
Yeah.
concussions, and
Now that makes sense.
they got rid of it. But I
Yeah.
mean, it's impact, but it ain't high impact because you're so close. You don't even generate enough force to really do anything. It's really how
Let
much
me
you.
ask you this.
Hmm?
What's the difference? What's the difference between just a regular quarterback sneak and the tush push? Are they like
Uh,
doing something different?
yeah. Okay. So what
Or
happened is, a regular quarterback sneak. You hike the ball and then you push. The quarterback push. Through the line for the most part. But a tush push
hmm
is like everybody's bunched up. So it's kind of like an arrow going straight. So everybody's momentum and, strength and direction is going towards, the defenders and stuff as one unit. But also, it's like you'll have somebody behind Jalen Hurts pushing him also. So
uh,
another thing they would say is, well, on defense, you're not allowed to push your defensive lineman into, do that stuff like that. But my counter argument to that is y'all been making the rules to benefit the offense anyway. Don't try to just stop this one because one team can technically do it better than everybody else. You get what I'm saying?
right.
And if we
Exactly.
just saw with your boy Josh is what, 6'5", 6'6", 250, right? And
hmm
he tried to do a
And
quarterback sneak and the Chiefs stopped it every
he
time.
got stopped.
So
Yeah.
if they would have
Yeah.
known how to do it, because of what I've read, Sirianni and the coaches and stuff, they practiced it. Like it's a technique. That's why everybody can't do it. So what are you taking a play that someone perfected because it's a 80, 90% success rate? And I think it was because of the fact that in the NFC Championship game, and they kept getting old boy for the Commanders, kept getting them jumping off sides and stuff. It's like, you know
hmm
what I'm saying? It's like, well, that's his dumb fault. Like, my thing is this. He,
And then You can watch film
Exactly. You
and
can watch film.
figure.
And it's not like it's 100% proof. Like it's been stopped before. It's been, you know what I'm saying? It's unlikely,
And
but
the main thing is no injuries that I know of have been,
exactly.
had.
It hasn't been no injury. So it's like, what are you basing this on? Outside of the fact that one team is so dominant doing it that you like, oh, nah. Because if you get another organization trying to ban a move, it's like, well, bro, why? Like, what's the point?
That's the whole point. It's not like the NFL said it was an issue. It was another one team that said it was an
And then
issue.
brought it to the NFL
Um,
for them to try to, look into it and all that stuff. But it's like, come on now, like, and then you would think,
yeah, I doubt it. I don't think it's gonna get banned, bro.
mm,
Um, I don't think so.
the only thing, like I said, the
I
only thing
doubt.
I can say would be like because it's like you pushing the quarterback and blah blah blah. So that, but my thing is this. Like I said, Josh is 6'5", 250. I'm pretty sure he probably, I don't want to say he bench as much as Jalen Hurts or whatever the case may be, but he a big dude. Um, the quarterback for the Colts, he possibly could do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a technique to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, because I don't think Jalen's that big. So it's like, okay, well,
No, it's
you know,
not as big as
yeah,
him.
exactly. So it's like, come on now, y'all. It's like y'all just picking for what? Like, my thing is this.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm watching it on YouTube, and it's definitely a technique, and it's very genius actually. Now that I look at it.
Yeah, because think about it.
So yeah,
They thought they did it with Jason Kelsey, Hall of Fame and stuff like that. He retired,
exactly.
and then a second year player pretty much replaced, because he moved over to center, and they still doing it. So it has to be a technique. It ain't you just, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely a
So
technique.
it's like to
Cause
me,
I'm watching they do it on different teams, and he just goes either to the left of the center or to the right of the center, depending on how how the defense lines up.
hmm
And it's like it's kind of unstoppable, but it's only if you got to have somebody up in that guard position that can basically I don't know like stop it essentially. But like you said, it's not it could be stopped. So
hmm
it's like how about just try to figure out how to stop it?
exactly.
If it's safe, there's been no injuries. Let's just figure out how to stop it instead of coming to the league bitching about it. Like
It's like
so,
people been
yeah.
saying it's some bitch shit like or keep them from getting 3rd and 1 or third
Right.
and inches or 4th and inches.
Exactly.
Keep them from getting there. Then you don't have to deal with it. If
Yeah.
you keep them at
That's
third
the
and
hope.
six or 4th and 4, stuff like that, then you don't have to deal with it. But
Right.
that's my
And
shit.
then you'll see, I can see how it can be considered dangerous though, just to play devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause basically you got to go lower than the player, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I was just watching one with the Chiefs, and the guy had to go under the center. I don't know. I can see how it's dangerous. I can see, but no one has had like any
Ain't
serious
no
injuries
injuries
because,
from it.
like you said, it's a technique. So it's like I see you could do different things. Like maybe you could try to go shoulder to shoulder. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think it should be banned. I doubt it. I'm willing to bet it won't be banned, to
Mm,
be honest. Like I don't think so.
yeah, so that's for the
Oh, it was the Green Bay Packers. That makes sense.
like, bro,
But what
what?
other team did like that?
Like, bro, and we gonna have to.
Yes, I guess there's a meeting coming up. They said it's gonna be a meeting in May, and they're gonna do a vote. So yeah, we definitely gonna
Cover that
keep y'all updated.
because that's crazy.
That's
Like I've never
that.
heard like what I'm saying. That's banning a play. Like why we banning the play for? Like, but
And then you never know how like the owner of the NFL maybe he wants it banned. Like I don't
true.
know, maybe I don't know, but it's not up to him. It's up to the owners.
Yeah.
So
And
we'll
the
see
way they
what
put
happens.
it, like it's like it ain't a good looking play and this, that, and the third and stuff.
So
But it's like what? Why does it matter? Like,
yeah,
it's like
that's and that's why I said maybe the owner doesn't want it because you see how, like how basketball changed their whole thing up to just scoring 100 points.
mm-hmm,
The NFL is trying to do that too. So, but they wanted to look a certain way.
mm-hmm.
So, or hypothetically, we don't know that. But I'm just saying, it's like maybe from a business perspective, the play doesn't look as appealing.
So my thing is this: you
So,
supposed to get um what is it? Touchdowns, right? It gets
hmm
touchdowns. It keep drives going. So you don't want them to get punted away, right? So why? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. To me, it doesn't make sense. And that ain't just me because I'm a Philly fan, but it's just like, bro, like Stop the fucking play. Like it's that
Right.
simple. Stop the fucking play. But yeah. So that's what I had to say
Yeah.
about that a little bit. Let's jump into like I said, NBA news and stuff, and the trade that put ripple effect throughout the league. Luca for Anthony Davis, and the whole time
Mhm.
coming up, everybody saying no one knew. The people that were supposed to know, they knew, but no one knew. So we like, dang, really? And I kind of looked at it sideways anyway because LeBron, you don't know. Like, let me
Right.
get this right. You don't know your best friend is Anthony Davis' agent, and y'all did really? Okay, whatever. And then it kind of showed you that it's business, and I ain't gonna say it's cutthroat because it's just business. You know what I'm saying? But to sit there and say you didn't know, like when you come out and say it publicly that you didn't know, and then it turns out that you didn't know, now you just lied. Like it's like, damn, bro, you lied. Like you could just shut the fuck.
We know Bron known for weathering a little bit
Well,
though,
is an
so
understatement.
I don't want to be surprised.
Yeah, but it's like, you didn't even have to say nothing. You could have been like, damn, it's part of the business. The organization want to do X, Y, Z. You came out talking about, yeah, I was blindsided. I didn't know. What? All right.
I say this. I got a couple things to say about it actually. Number one, and my main point overall is like just like how the first thing that came to my mind when you said it was like, do it really matter if he knew or not?
It
Like
don't.
he couldn't have stopped it.
Yeah, it doesn't
He
matter.
what he gonna you gonna stop it? Like no, it seemed like they already had that. You won't go stop it. So the only thing you could do is try to maybe sabotage
Mm-hmm.
or tell AD and try to get rich. I know they got these little tricks of how to not get a player traded or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, what could AD really do? You can't fake like you injured
And,
because you always injured.
yeah.
So you can't fake like you injured. What you gonna like? I don't know. So like, do it really matter if he knew? Like, it don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Number one. Number two. I don't know who said LeBron knew. Like I didn't hear that. I didn't know that. But if they saying it's confirmed that he knew,
So,
I'm not surprised
at all.
that he knew. And then also we know LeBron be lying, bro.
Exactly.
So it's like he a hell of a liar. So it's like I mean I'm not surprised that if he did know he hid it so well because it's like a part of business. Like
Mm-hmm.
damn, well, I'm out like I ain't know. But I mean I wouldn't be surprised if he did know. And I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't know, because overall it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Um, so yeah, I think that would be my take on that.
So when we've end up, so supposedly when the Morris twins, Marcus and Markeith and
Oh
Mark.
yeah,
So what ended up happening was he went on. I think it was Marcus. He went on.
the one that played with the Lakers.
Did he play with Lakers now? Yeah, him. No,
Yeah,
no,
one of
his
them played
brother.
with the
Yeah,
Lakers.
one of them played with
Oh,
Lakers, but the other brother, the one that's actually good, because
I meant
so
I meant the one that he played with Dallas. I think.
yeah,
I think I'm
so
getting
that's
him.
part of it. So supposedly they said Marcus said that LeBron asked for Markeith to be in the Luka trade for AD.
Ooh,
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, bro, what? And they don't look the type that be lying because they the ones that's like them niggas that like they whoop somebody ass because
real
they took their
niggas.
mom
Like,
to
yeah,
Applebee's type. So I don't think they be
yeah.
lying. Like it's like, bro, it's like if I want to believe somebody, I'd rather believe them than LeBron. You know what I'm
So
saying?
he said
He
that
said that.
one of the twins
He
actually
said
said,
that on the podcast.
"I believe it.
That's what I was like.
I believe it."
What?
Then so Brian knew.
So
I
Bron,
believe it.
so Bron knew. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, come
Yep.
on, bro. Ain't nobody believe that Bron didn't know. It's like, but like I said, LeBron could have known. Not saying it's a problem, and he just could have just been like, the organization just wanted to go a different direction. The PC
Yeah.
number. But
The
he put,
organization also ain't want me to say nothing. I got to be loyal to the
yeah,
organization. They just directed my son. Like, so,
yeah. So
and
he,
you want to know what's crazy? And we'll get into this a little bit more maybe in another episode. As far as the trade, when you look at it, it's not as bad as
people think
the only thing it's not, and it's crazy because I was watching how like the Dallas fans they wanted to make it clear that no, we rock with AD and we happy we got AD. It just that they was like they felt like they raised Luka.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the NBA, like he been there. Like they raised him, and it's like they don't got nothing against AD. It's just like getting rid of a young Luka, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like a 7-year age difference, right? But we'll get into that another time. But yeah, like I said, I'm not surprised that LeBron knew because he one of them stars that you're not making no moves without him knowing, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
Like,
but like I said, he's the master at you know being a businessman, like playing that role that needs to be played. So
mm-hmm. So,
just like how he just recently asserted his power against Stephen A, he knows how to play the game,
yeah.
So I'm not surprised. And man, that's nuts though. That especially coming from one of the twins, bro. That's like
Yeah.
I really believe that. Like, why he don't have a reason to just make that up.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we're gonna throw in my brother on the eight. Like, why? Like, what? And for LeBron to ask them why, and it could have been because if LeBron get into some shit, that twin, your teammate, he gonna ride. He one of them. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because when
Yeah.
he pulled up on Stephen A, I think the twin was right there beside him. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he already a hired bodyguard
Hmm.
type shit. But it's NBA stuff. So
Hmm.
enough about that. So another thing that was talking about, I think D Wade was talking about his no, I think it was probably a young person, but they brought it up to D Wade's attention, and they was talking about Harden and D Wade. Now, before we get into that, we know who the like for the most part, because I be hearing the media kind of mess up position, meaning like so
Hmm.
Stephen A has said. So most people think when you think of Harden, what you think of he is
A shooting
a
guard,
shooting guard. Okay,
a scoring,
just showing. Yeah,
scoring shooting
yeah.
guard.
So
Made it to change a part of the wave that changed the game, like a pioneer,
mm,
because he I don't want to say he created, but he brought that gather step,
yeah.
like people playing with that gather step essentially, over to the NBA, even though they've been doing it over there,
Mm.
like in other countries. But
No,
yeah, he was like one of the top.
yeah.
If you want to go top 10 shooting guards, you got to
So,
kind of throw him in
so that's what I'm
there,
saying.
to
So
be
that's why
honest.
some people do you count him as a shooting guard or a point guard? Because
Well,
ideally,
he was able to play point guard
that's what
when
I'm
he
saying.
needed to, and he
So
was pretty solid.
so that's what I'm saying. So only time he really played shooting guard for the most part, if you want to look at it and it says shooting guard, but if you want to say like who brings the ball up and stuff, but you can't go by that because LeBron does that. Used to do that a lot. He was always a forward. Except for that one
Right,
year in
point forward.
yeah, except for that one year in LA when he actually was the point guard, like I said, point guard. But
Hmm.
uh um damn, about to forget. Oh, so in OKC he was the shooting guard. He came off the bench, blah blah blah, because Russ had the ball, stuff like that. And then the first year he was in Houston, he was the shooting guard. Granted, he had the ball in his hand. 'Cause I think the point guard was like, I think it would have been, it was Patrick Beverly, I think. But it's Patrick Beverly. He ain't running no plays and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think they had Skip Malou out there at one
I mean,
point
he probably did, but as
too.
far as the starting lineup, it said he was the shooting guard, but he controlled the
Yeah,
ball and stuff. And then from there, he might have had
he
a point
initiated the
guard.
offense,
Yeah, but
but he was the offense at the
exactly.
same time.
Except
So
for
it's like,
the one times when they had Chris Paul, he'll be off the
yeah,
ball.
that's when they got the farthest, when they actually had a point
Yeah,
guard,
and then
when Chris Paul was
if
there.
he didn't get hurt, maybe they beat that Golden State Warriors team. We don't know. Um, and
Oh,
then
speaking of Chris Paul, I got a good one for you for that one. But we gonna say that too.
oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
And then he had Russ that time when they was in a bubble and they was going bonkers. I think they was like both averaging like 28 and 8 or some shit, like crazy. But
in Houston,
yeah,
yeah,
for Houston, crazy. I'm like, damn. But
yeah,
yeah, so I
that
mean,
makes sense.
if you want to, I mean, combo guards, but anyway, for most people, the top, I say top five shooting guards, you obviously gonna say Mike. That's given, right?
Kobe,
Kobe's two, and a lot of people put D Wade three, right? And then you got some people that'll say AI just because the impact of him. He ain't win nothing, but just his impact. You get what I'm saying? But then you
well,
have some.
you could throw what if you throw AI in there, then I'm gonna redo the order. I'm gonna put him before D Wade. Just me
I
personally.
mean, everybody, but I think they'll put like because Wade won, a championship, and I get it, and it's
Let me ask you this: While we right here,
Uh-huh.
would you put AI's championship run and getting that one game over the Lakers? Would you put that over D Wade's championship and when he got it before Bron came? Like, which season to you was more
Well, okay, so
impressive?
it's obviously AI. Like
Okay,
the better
that's
comp,
it.
yeah, I'm saying the better
That's
comp would be when LeBron took that team in '07 to the Spurs.
you see what I'm saying? Or like when Dirk did his thing pretty much when he was a star. But I
Yeah.
think AI's was more impressive than all of them because he was the smallest guy out of all of them.
And then, like they said, like
So
the offense was geared towards him, and you have everybody on the other end trying to stop him. You know, D Wade, he didn't have Shaq. He had Shaquille O'Neal. He
and
wasn't
he
Shaq.
made it all the way to the championship like that. So
And yeah,
that's
so
why I say AI is AI is right behind. He could be number two, but I really rock with Kobe. So
yeah,
it's
I couldn't put
Jordan.
him over
It's,
Kobe. Like, nah.
yeah,
And I'm an AI
I say
guy.
it just depends on.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm willing to argue it. Like it just depends on how I feel. But they like top three, like AI, Jordan, Kobe,
Yeah.
AI, Jordan,
So
Kobe,
we will say that because a
and
lot of people say that, and then you got Wade come after that, and then they put Harden. But then you have some older people say, yeah, but Jerry West and Oscar Robertson. And I'm like, they was point guards. Why would you put them in there? That don't make sense.
right.
So,
Yeah,
um, so that's
I
the
I
top
can
five,
only
right?
go off who I saw,
Yeah,
and I ain't really even see Jordan like that. But they
yeah,
say he the greatest.
yeah.
But
So,
yeah, that would be my top
so I
five.
mean, so we'll just say it's Jordan, Kobe, AI, Wade, Harden. I get that, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you got some
Uh huh.
people that will try to throw Harden before D Wade, and it's like for me, you know, Harden has an MVP. Wade should have won an MVP, but he got a Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? And you got certain people like, what's his name? Gilbert Arenas be like, I'd rather have an MVP than a championship, or whatever the case may be. That's to me, depending on how you win it, it's it's debatable. Like when Iggy won that Finals MVP, it's like, come on, bro, like stop. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, he was the most valuable player of that Finals.
I mean, scoring like 13, I don't
And
know,
it's
but
it's
it's like,
been it's been plenty of times where because value don't necessarily equate to stats all the time.
yeah, because what happened was, and then this is why I hate, like, if we ever get big enough, which I feel like we is, and we able to have to go on like that Gil's Arena game, because they troll so much, I don't know when they serious. And it's like, if someone's averaging, so let's say this, me and you playing, right? And you average 38, right? In a series.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hold you to 32, but your efficiency is trash, right? No, I hold you to
Mm-hmm.
34, but you ain't shooting 50%. You shooting like 39 and shit like that. When I'm guarding
Mm-hmm.
you, in my book, I did a good job of containing you. These niggas would be like, he still averaged 35. I'm like, but his efficiency was terrible. Like, you're never shutting, great players down. You know what I'm saying? You would get a good stop here, there, and stuff like that, but they're going to get their stuff. And that's what happened when Iggy won the Finals MVP. When Steve Kerr went to that they call it the death lineup, they made the game faster because remember it was just LeBron. Like Kyrie got hurt the first game,
Mm-hmm.
and so LeBron was sitting there having to do everything. And, yeah, he averaged like 37, 13 and some shit, but he was fucking shooting 32% from the field. Like, it was
Exactly.
terrible. So, I get it, certain stuff like that. And I also don't like when, like, people be like, oh, your best defender did this and I averaged such and such. Like, give a ring to say, I scored 60 on Kobe. I wouldn't say you scored 60, nigga. You scored maybe like 25, 28. You know what I'm saying? But people will sit there and say, oh, I scored this. So you're like, nah, bro, look at the game. You know what I'm saying? It's like, really look at the game.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just go back, the scorecard, like, damn, nigga had 60? Who was his matchup? Oh, damn, him?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I never liked that. But, yeah, so back to D Wade and Harden, it's like, Harden offensively I feel, is better than D Wade. You get what I'm saying? But,
I think they both have their strengths and weaknesses, but
really?
overall, I guess maybe Harden has more range.
He's a way better shooter.
Um, yeah, like way better, but athleticism,
Yeah, athleticism, I give it to D
like,
Wade. I give it to D Wade.
yeah,
Plus, I
I
give D
mean, it
Wade. D
just
Wade used
shows.
to play defense. Harden be over there doing some. I don't know.
Harden's from like the new generation, so he more so is a diva kind of, not even in a bad way either. It's just like I'm gonna go out here and put buckets up.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure he has way. Well, I'm pretty sure he averages more points over their career. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Now, one thing about Harden, I believe he's been in the playoffs every year,
Yeah.
his whole career, I
And he
believe.
don't get injured.
Um,
That's another
and
thing.
that's another thing. He's not injury. Now, it's crazy because Harden had been on a few teams.
Yeah.
Like even when he was in Brooklyn with Kyrie and them, and they made it to the playoffs. Like, so it's not like he's going to teams and he's making the playoffs every time he's with that team.
Exactly.
So I mean, you can't discredit James. Like it could go D Wade James. Only thing that D Wade got over James is the rings, pretty much.
Or
That's
and this is the big
mhm.
thing. And this how sometimes a lot of people I don't say a lot of people discredit Harden, but it's like when the playoffs count, somehow he disappears and it's like, how? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
When you're so
yes.
great in a regular season and then in the playoffs in certain games, it's like, what the fuck happened? And it's true. Like I've seen like games when
That's
I
why
be
I said
like, yeah, and big
D Wade's
games,
a better winner.
D Wade's playing like you know what I'm saying. Like I just be looking like, well, hold up, how did
That's why D Wade got a statue.
Harden's gonna get a statue? He
Harden could
gonna get
probably
one.
get, yeah, he could probably get a
He gonna
statue.
get one in Houston. I'm pretty sure he is. He gonna get one in
Yeah, for
Houston.
sure.
So but
Hmm.
yeah, like when the big games count because that's what we play for. When the stakes is the highest and when it's no tomorrow for the most part. That's when
D
you need to
Wade come
show
to
up.
play
He's coming to play, and we seen Harden. I don't know. They say mentally check out or whatever the case may be. I
a
don't
lot.
know. Like he just don't look right. Like I won one game he had like 10
We
points.
seen him mentally check out
Yeah, and it's
a
like why are
few
you checking
important
out?
games.
Like that's crazy to me. Like
Hmm.
what? I used to hold that over Kobe that one
But
time, but like then I
we seen Bron do it.
yeah,
We
like
seen Bron do
bruh,
it before too.
exactly. Like it's just like bruh, how you so great and you check out like that? That's crazy. But um
Hmm.
yeah, so I always get a slight back to D Wade. Plus, D Wade was like, we watched, Harden came in after we
Hmm.
watched D Wade, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause like you said, we saw AI, Kobe, T Mac, and D Wade was behind them. And then Harden
It's
came. You get what I'm saying? So we
T
going
Mac guard. What would you say? T Mac is a forward or a guard?
I feel like he was a guard first. Because like especially like in the All Star games and
So
stuff,
so
he'd
so
be as
he
a
not in the
guard.
top five.
His playoff success is horrible. I can't put him there. Like
What about top 10?
top 10, we'll have to do a list.
Yeah,
We'll do a list like that. But I feel like someone did a list like that, and I would. But then also they say he's a forward. I'm like, no, he's not a forward. He's a guard. Like,
I thought it was like a point forward.
I mean,
Let's look it up.
yeah, I mean, you can look it up. It's like I feel like he just say guard. Like if you look on 2K or whatever, it'll say G/forward. So I'm like, he's a shooting guard slash small forward because he was 6'9", whatever he
Yeah,
was.
I thought he. Matter of fact, yeah, he was a two guard.
You know what I'm
Like
saying? Because
him,
remember,
Vince Carter.
yeah, because remember, him and Kobe would battle because they played the same position. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
How some people
yeah.
run from the matchup. You can't run from that matchup because that's your direct matchup. And unless it was a size disadvantage, like AI played the two, but he's guarding the point guard because who he guarding? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who is
Like
he?
like Vince Carter was also he would be considered a two.
Yeah, he was a two.
So
That's what
yeah,
I'm saying.
we'll do our top 10
Shooting guard.
point guards and then top 10 shooting guards as well.
Yeah. So I mean,
That's good. If I had to choose between Harden and Dwayne Wade, me personally, I'm probably gonna choose James Harden.
says he left-handed and you
But I'm just
left-handed.
that's a part of it.
That's what it is. I just feel like that's what.
But I just feel like he was a pioneer,
Mm-hmm.
and in his prime, he right there with D Wade.
Yeah.
Because even though D Wade is more athletic, Harden is athletic.
Yeah, he's athletic.
So he's athletic. So like those years when they was with OKC, and then they could have won it there. If Chris Paul doesn't get injured, I believe they gentlemen sweep Golden State.
Mm.
And maybe he get his ring. I don't remember who was coming out of the East during that time. Well, I don't
Cleveland.
even remember who was coming out of the West.
Cleveland.
Huh?
Cleveland was LeBron
What
was
about what
LeBron was
about the
on
West?
it. Well, it depends
Was
which
that
year.
the
Cause
was
remember,
that the
LeBron was with the Heat, right? And once he got with the
mm,
Heat in 2010, 2011, from 2011 to 2007,
18,
18,
19?
yeah, he was in the finals. Like that's what it
Yeah.
was. He was in there. Like so he had the East on lock. Like it was just like
I'm trying to remember if that was like the finals, the conference finals they was in against Golden State.
who Houston?
I believe it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a conference
Yeah.
final because people
Yep.
thought
Because I
because
remember because
they. Mm-hmm.
KD and them did the same thing. But
Mm-hmm.
Harden would have been a part of the only because he would have did it with two teams. He would have beat them. KD and them almost had him. When it was Russ, when they was in OKC, they could have had them niggas. And then
Yeah, Harden went on
KD,
that team. Yeah,
you
Harden
know,
went on that team.
oh yeah, he was already
Yeah, he was
at
already gone. He
Houston
was
by
on
that time.
Houston. But yeah, when it was just Russ and KD, they could have had Golden State. And then KD gonna go join them
Mhm.
3 months later, which is crazy. But
Yeah, even though they begged him to come,
yeah, because a lot of
like
people
we gotta.
believe, and I think Draymond even said it himself, if they don't get KD, they're not beating Cleveland again. And
He said it. That's why they
yeah,
won.
so it's like, so I feel
I
like
get it.
if they don't get KD, they don't go back to the final because, like you said, let's say KD stay with
They got to
OKC,
get through KD.
they got to get through him,
They got to get
and
through
then
KD and Russ.
people forgot, Kawhi was just starting to get inside, like coming up. Because
Spurs.
so when they got KD, if people don't remember, that first year they got KD, Kawhi smacked them every time he played them. So that's why I remember when he got on
Mm.
Toronto, it's like when KD got hurt, he like, damn. But it's like, hey, you can't control that because I remember what he was doing the first game. 'Cause I remember me and Jay was talking about it. You know, we were Spurs fans. And I'm like, what you think we're gonna do against Golden State, man? They got KD, and he was like, man, I believe in Pop. You know, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, you're right. And I remember seeing Kawhi, but I was just like, I mean, and we went up there and smacked them. I don't know if it was in Golden State. No, I think it was in Golden
Mm-hmm.
State. Smacked them by 30. I was like, damn. Then I remember they played them again, like after I want to say Valentine's Day or something. Smacked them again, 25. I was like, Jesus, like it was something about the matchup or whatever the case may be. And not saying taking them from KD and them, but Kawhi was giving it to him. Him, Iggy, Clay,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't matter. I was like, damn.
No, nobody want no Kawhi
A
because
healthy Kawhi?
he like Tony Allen defensively, but then he got the offense too.
Exactly. Like
So
they had a talk.
it's
I
like
think about
nobody
it.
want none of him.
They had a talk about that on first take. The morning Morris twins said something, but yeah. So then when they played them in the first round, not the first round, the conference finals. Remember, San Antonio was up 25 after halftime, and Kawhi's killing them again. And people want to
Right.
sit there and say, "Oh, they wouldn't have won the series because blah blah blah." I'm like, I don't know. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And that could have ended that whole not dynasty or kind of dynasty. Like, damn, y'all need lost the first. You know what I'm saying? But he got hurt, and we know what happened. But yeah, D Wade Hart, and they both greats. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Um, so now
Yeah.
that transition us into uh MVPs or championships? Which one is more important to you personally?
Both they even. How I would do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one I'm not necessarily mad at KD for leaving OKC because he had been there for a while. So this is how I would do it before I get into that.
Mm-hmm.
I would first let's say I'm coming into the league, right? I would first focus on getting my money.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go to a team where I'm gonna get paid and I'm gonna be the man and I'm gonna be a killer like Carmelo. I'm gonna try to get all my stats. I'm gonna try to be like Shea pretty much. Like I'm trying to get MVPs. I'm trying to get NBA first team,
Mm-hmm.
NBA defensive first team. Like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go out and hoop. And then after I get my stats, when I'm still in my prime, so maybe after my second contract, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to get a ring. So whether that means go somewhere else or some players come to my team. So to me, both, because I want to ring at least one. I understand how hard it is to get rings,
Mm-hmm.
and it happens like by luck. Like
Mm-hmm.
Golden State assembled that team because Steph got hurt.
Exactly.
Only real basketball like fans know that when Steph first came into the league, he was doing his thing, but he had a lot of ankle injuries.
Exactly.
And that's another thing that people don't understand. People don't be coming back from ankle injuries, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Steph came back from ankle injuries and got hella rings before KD and after KD. So I'm me personally, I'm gonna try to do both, but
Mm,
overall, everybody not gonna get a ring.
exactly.
So you gotta go and you gotta. I want to go get that MVP. I want to go
Mm,
get that MVP, and then if I got the team around me where we can win a ring,
hmm
then great, But to me, rings are not as easy to get. So you could go and you could say rings, but I'm gonna just say MVP because nobody can take that away from you.
True.
Like
Uh,
even if it like AI don't got no rings,
but that
but
MVP,
I believe he got it, and he got the scoring champion. I
he got
think I
like
don't know. I think he got
he
a
got
scoring
four
champion.
scoring championships. Like he
Yeah,
got.
so it's like so you don't have to have a ring to be considered in the top
Yeah.
because we understand what it is. He never really had a team, and them days is over of one person taking the team.
Hmm
Oh, you got to have some solid niggas around you. So me personally, I go MVP over rings.
Okay. So I feel like it depends on the player, right? So depending on
Ooh,
so it depending on like so for instance, no one in their right mind would say Derek Fisher was better than AI, but Derek Fisher has 5 rings, right?
right.
But when we just talked about with D Wade and Harden, when you got two alphas, right? What can you use to
Mhm.
separate them? You have to throw the rings part. Rings and playoff success. That's what I
Mhm.
put. Rings and playoff success. Because we all know the regular season is a grind, blah, 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 blah. You could be like Boston, right? Boston whipping people's ass and then lose the fucking Charlotte Hornet. But in a playoff series,
Mhm.
the Hornets getting slapped. Like, let's not be fun. You know what I'm saying? So when the
Mhm.
states get that's highest in the playoffs, that's how I kind of count from there and then so on. The regular season, you know, and I think that's the thing with Harden. His game is so unpredictable in the regular season because you're going from this team to that team, this team to that team. But when you go in a series and someone can really focus in on what you got to do, it don't look that good. That's why. Same thing with Luka. I think even Kobe said he like playing that way doesn't. You're not gonna be able to win because you dribbling, 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 and the defense gets focused on all that stuff, and that wears you out. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm all of a
It's a
team.
team
Yeah,
game.
it's a team game. So me personally, if I'm the guy, of course I want the championship because I'm the guy. But if I know I'm a role player, it don't matter if I was All American in high school and in college, I want a championship or whatever the case may be, and I'm a role player on a starting team. I'm gonna want the ring. You know what I'm
Ring.
saying? But if I'm the star player,
Mhm.
of course, I'm gonna want the MVP, but I
MVP.
feel like my play gonna dictate that for the most part. You know what I'm saying? If my play dictates me giving the MVP, because you can get an MVP, and well, it's like when Russ, he won MVP, got put out the first round of the playoff. So how viable was you if you couldn't? You got put out in the first round. I always feel
Cause the postseason is a whole
a
different
whole different. So
season.
I feel like you can have an
That's
MVP.
why that's why the elite ones got both, and it's not many.
Yeah.
They
So
got they got MVPs and rings.
yeah,
It's only a few, and those are the elite.
yeah. So
So that's why.
um, so
So, but I ain't mad at that.
yeah. So um, with
Yeah, I ain't mad at that at
you know
all.
what I'm saying? So it's like if I'm that guy, yeah, I'm gonna be like, I need an MVP for my personal, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I want that championship because at the same time, now,
I need both.
yeah, but at the same time, okay, let's say this. You get the MVP, right? But when we play each other, I get the finals MVP and the championship. Now who's over who?
You'll be over me
You get what I'm saying? Because I mean, but I always
because you
feel
got the ring.
not even that.
But it just depends on
I got the
it
finals
depends on how it
MVP,
look.
and me and you win. Like,
Yeah,
okay, me and you win at each other. We averaging
one at it.
35, right? And it would go to game 7 or some shit like that. And I got the finals MVP and the ring. They don't take nothing from your MVP through the regular season, but it's like, well,
But when it comes to the eliteness,
exactly. They gonna
yeah,
hold that over. They gonna hold it over certain players' head. So it's like, to me,
yeah,
it's like
it
depending
is what
on.
it is though.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like whatever players is, ain't nobody gonna say Robert Ory is better than Charles Barkley or Karl Malone. Like, no, bro. Like, I ain't gonna sit there and say
Right.
he was a bust job because Robert Ory did hit some big shots. But won't nobody double
Oh
team
yeah,
me? Won't nobody double teaming
hell
you?
yeah.
Like, oh, Robert Horry when he catches,
He was wide open. That's how he hit
yeah,
those
like,
shots
bro,
because they was double teaming somebody else.
you playing with Hakeem, Shaq, and Tim Duncan. You better hit wide open shots. What the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? But it also takes a
Hmm.
clutch factor to
He
do it.
made a career out of it.
Exactly. So
He like the prime example for what you saying. If I'm a role player, I want the rings. He's like
exactly he wants the
the
ring.
prime example.
But you can't tell
Hmm.
Kobe like I just want to just be able to just be a no. He want to be the reason why. You know what I'm saying? So I get both ways. It depends on the player. Like if you want a player that just say I just want my stats and blah blah. Because some people think James Harden is like that, and I don't feel like he's like that. You know what I'm saying? He played how he played and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, when you, like it's easy to compare good players and all that stuff. But when you got two greats go head to head, you have to throw the reins and playoffs and stuff in because that's where it counts. You know what I'm saying? But I've always been the type to
Let
be
me
like,
ask you this,
hmm?
because I'm looking at you know what? We might have to do Tracy McGrady versus D Wade, because everybody say that we ain't really get to see T Mac,
No, we
but
saw
T
T
Mac
Mac.
played 16. T Mac played 16 seasons.
Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna
So
put it like this. A lot of people didn't get to see T Mac. They saw Tracy McGrady, like when he played with the Pistons, the Spurs. When he was Orlando, that was T Mac. That first year or two in Houston, that was T Mac. Before, like when he was with
did
the
he get
Raptors,
injured in Houston?
yes, and that was the biggest bumble
Okay.
because remember they had just got Yao. They got Yao. They traded Steve Francis and Katino Mobley for T Mac, and people were like, "Oh, they're gonna be able to challenge Kobe and Shaq because Yao could hold his own against Shaq, and T Mac can hold his
Oh
own
yeah,
against
I
Kobe."
remember that.
So people was
That was
like,
when we was in the thick of like
"Yeah."
basketball. So
So
I definitely remember that battle.
so that was and then his back went out and stuff like that. And it was just like and then it's
So
just
kind of like Kawhi,
yeah, you know what
but
I'm saying.
at
But he
least
won his
Kawhi
loss.
got a ring.
And
Yeah.
it's crazy. And then back to the Kawhi thing. Kawhi, what he's played what 12 seasons, and half the time when he's
Yep.
healthy, he's either the best or second best forward. So it goes back to when the Marcus twin was saying when they asked who's more feared, and Stephen A was like Steph Curry because he can walk past half court, shoot a three, blah blah blah. But then Marcus was like, when Kawhi's healthy, don't nobody want to see him. Like a
Hmm.
lot of these guys got rings because he's injured. You get what I'm saying? And it's a good case for it. Like it's like when he's there, your favorite player don't want to see him. And we've heard
It's nuts.
players say
Man.
it. That's what makes it bad. When you heard players say it, like, bro, don't nobody want to see Kawhi when
We
he's
got to
healthy.
do we got to do like a top 5 players who injuries destroyed their
Oh
career,
yeah, that's gonna be a
or
good.
it's up for debate because I don't. T Mac was in the playoffs 9 times versus Dwayne Wade 13 times.
Hmm.
So it's not like it's that far off.
How many
T
times did
Mac
he
had
get out the
7
first
All
round?
Star games. I don't know. I'm just
He
saying,
didn't.
like, it's, you see what I'm saying? We try to say it like T Mac ain't have a chance to get ring. He did. He was in the playoffs 9 times. Now we could get into it, but yeah, that's something we could probably get into.
Hmm.
Like
No, I know because I've had this
top people.
conversation before. I was like, damn, T-Mac never got out the first round. Matter of fact, he was so
Wow. So
good. Remember that Pistons team in '04? He was the eighth seed, and he was playing them, and he was up 3-1 on them, and they came back on him. And we like, you couldn't win one more game?
at Orlando or Houston?
Orlando, not Houston,
Oh,
Orlando.
Orlando.
When he was T-Mac.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, he like,
Yeah, that's
bro,
prime T Mac in Orlando.
you know what I'm saying? So we like, damn, bro, you can't win one more game? You already up 3-1. Like, what you doing? Like, you can't give us one? And
Who else was on that team?
I'm trying to think that Grant
Yeah,
Hill played.
we gotta look into that.
He ain't had no
We gonna
stat
get into
team.
that.
I wouldn't say that. It wasn't no stat because, like I said, he was an AC. But it's like the fact that he was up 3-1. That means you was good enough to win three. You get what I'm saying? And you couldn't close
Yeah.
the deal. Like, and then I don't know how his last game was. Like, I don't know if he scored 30 or something, and it just wasn't enough, or because some people, you know, like the knock on Paul George, like when he played with Russ, they were about an elimination. He only had 5 points. I'm like, how you a player that caliber with 5 points in an elimination game?
But now we see what it is with PG.
Yeah,
Like
it's
now we see why he only had 5 points and he don't have like a good postseason
yeah,
because he's just not that type of person.
he's
Like, and
not.
it's okay. Like everybody's not competitors at the highest level.
The funny thing,
So,
he talked like he is. It was so crazy. I'm like, damn, I want to believe you so bad, but you don't give me no
but
reason to
he's
believe.
still PG though. He still got that,
I think
like how
he's
it
Paul.
looked good.
He's Paul.
It looked
He's
good,
Paul.
but
He ain't PG no more. He's Paul.
yeah, yeah, he podcast P. He just
Podcast
wanna,
P. He
he
got
just
his
wanna
money,
pod.
so he just like shit. I don't blame him.
Yeah,
I don't.
I mean, and he got a couple years left, so we'll see what happens next year. But this year, it's just been like, damn,
It's kind of
it's
funny. It's
been.
like, damn, the Clippers dodged a bullet with this one, paying him that money. And he ain't, you
Mm,
know what I'm saying? Now you got
yeah,
people in the Clippers like Norman Powell getting off and all this stuff like that. So
he always been pretty solid, bro.
yeah, but him getting the
Love
start
him, man.
now, he should have been an All
Yeah,
Star, but
yeah,
it is what it is. So
yeah. They were saying, Melo's son, he's the number one player in New York, but he didn't even get invited to the McDonald's All American,
wow.
McDonald's All American game. I didn't even notice because there's so many like good players,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, damn. I just noticed, like, damn, yup, they ain't even invite Kanye.
Man, that's
But
crazy.
yeah, but I think that like the next day or like the day after, he played against the number one player in the class, and
Destroyed
he
him.
went crazy. Yeah, he went. I wouldn't say destroyed him because the dude nice, like but he did his thing though. He like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. He showed that's why he was the number one player in New York. So it's gonna be interesting to watch him develop because I watched him grow. He's pretty solid.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's it for that MVP ring thing. Let's move on to the NCAA. My Dookie Blue
Mm-hmm.
Devils Final Four against Houston. They playing Houston, right? Um
Let's check it out.
yeah, I think it's Houston because I think Florida play Auburn. Like I
Yep,
said,
I play.
I think them games on Saturday. We're gonna try to do a live or whatever up there. Um I haven't really uh what's the word? Watch Houston. So
What's
can
the
you fill
day?
me in?
Tuesday.
You fill me in with them?
I, I ain't watched them niggas.
Oh
I
shit.
mean, they nice. Though. Just I ain't gonna sit here in front, but it's four number one seeds, so that just lets you know everything you need to know. Like
Yeah, and they
the
said
four number one seeds.
this is the first time in a while too, since what, 01 or some shit?
I think they said like yeah. No, I think they said '08, like the
Oh
year.
eight? Oh, okay.
I think they said '08, and I think the girls. I gotta check the women's. But I think the women's is the same. I think there's all four number one seeds. Let me
Hold
check
on,
it right quick.
USC still there? I thought they left
Oh,
when
well,
when Juju went
yeah,
out.
when old girl went down. Yeah.
Maybe they did 'cause they got
Let me
another girl
see.
there too. So I mean,
Yeah, like a freshman or something
yeah, I think
too.
so. So I mean, they probably did, steady the ship, but I don't know.
We about to see right now. Let me see. Oh, theirs over.
Oh,
Is theirs
what?
already over?
Well, they played. They
Oh,
played today. I thought they played today.
yeah, maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. Hold on right quick. Women's basketball. Um, but yeah, well, I guess, I'll make my predictions real quick, and then you can make yours. I like Auburn winning it all. Me personally,
Really?
I think I, I think we beat Florida, even though Florida's a great team. Um, they got this guard I really like. I can't think of his name right now, and I just feel like they got like a really good team. So, but I think we're gonna knock them off. I like Auburn's team as
When
well.
were you an
So,
Auburn like it?
huh?
When you start liking Auburn?
No, I'm just saying I like them this year. But you know, UNC is my team.
I know. That's what I was like. You
But
said
I like
we. I'm like we. What, you care a French or something? Like,
no, they just got a team full of lefties, bro. Like
oh, that's what
you
it
gonna
is.
see them. Yeah, but it's deeper than that though. Like they really be out there hooping. But you gonna see, like they hoop like it's gonna be the perfect matchup for y'all if y'all can get past Houston. I really want to see Auburn Houston, What I feel like is gonna be Auburn Duke, but
For
I wouldn't
TV
be
rating.
surprised if they get y'all. No, I think I wouldn't be surprised if they get y'all.
Mm,
I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if they get y'all maybe by like a possession. Like I think it'll be like a like a one possession game.
mm,
How Auburn plays like a game full of runs, so
okay.
they'll like they'll go up and then they'll win like that. But I don't know. I think that'll be a close game as well. I think it'll be like a shootout, the Auburn versus Florida. But yeah, my prediction is Auburn wins over Florida and then wins over Duke in the championship.
Oh, okay. Well, of course I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna pick Duke. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, because I haven't really been watching, Houston. I'm gonna pick Duke. Because like I said, I'm biased. And second, I just feel like because of sometimes TV ratings, the Cooper Flag will be the number one pick in the draft. I think I heard he's supposed to be coming back though. He ain't gonna go in the draft. I don't know. It might be. We'll look into that another time. And then
His
Florida
coach
is
should make him go.
I know, right? Florida and Auburn. Like I said, I don't really know much about either one except for Florida. Got these three guards that's like crazy.
Hmm.
So me personally, I'll take Florida versus Duke. And like I said, being biased, and Duke wins it, and you know. But I mean,
But I don't even think it's being biased because Duke really got a solid team though. Like an NBA
like
starting five, like
like
always.
when I watched, like I was hearing about Cooper Flag, and I heard he went to the USA practice and he held his own. When I watch him,
Hmm.
he doesn't do anything spectacular, right? But he does the right play, if that makes sense. Like his
To me, it
IQ,
looked like he being restricted in that
he
offense.
is. That's what it
Like,
looks like to me. It looks like he could do more, but he plays within the offense. But at the same time, he can go get a bucket when he needs to. Like
yep.
I'll put it like this.
The coach let him go. Like the last game, he had 30,
But
and
if
you
you look
wouldn't
how
even
he did
think
the
it was
30,
30.
it won't like, oh, let me
Mhm.
ISO, let me do this. It was within
Like
the
you said,
offense.
he exactly.
So it's
He
like,
knew when to.
yeah, like he did a play, I think he did it twice. It was like a downstream pin, a down pin, and he got it on the block. One dribble, went up. Like it wasn't a lot that he had to, what they need to do. Like he don't ISO and try to sauce you up and all this.
But
No,
that's
I'm
but
getting
that's
to the
but he
bucket.
don't have to because he's on a real pro style team, and that's why I say y'all it's not biased because y'all really got a team where you got shooters, you got slashers, you got a big.
Hmm.
So it's like I don't have to do everything, but I can if I want to, but I don't have to. I gotta,
Yeah. So plus he's 6'10", so it's like he's like, is he the power forward or they? I don't even know. I know it's a forward. Like I don't
Mhm.
know which one it is, but yeah. So
He play like the three, sometimes the four.
yeah. So because they got that other forward, number 14. He might be a forward, he might be a guard, but he
Hmm.
be getting busy too. So
Yep.
um,
Yeah, I got a couple niggas that be shooting that motherfucker.
yeah. So I'm just I'm
Typical Duke.
typical dude. Yeah.
Typical Duke. Yeah. So I'm a hate, but I always want that to me the top rival in college UNC Duke. So
Yeah.
if y'all win, I'm always cool with that. With this team, y'all should win it, but we'll see. This Houston game, I think it's gonna be a really good game.
I think they play at 7. I think. I think Florida and Auburn play at like 3 or something. So like 3:30 or something. So um, but
The girls is South Carolina number one seed, Texas the number one seed. They actually playing right now,
oh.
and then the the other game is UCLA the number one seed versus UConn the number two seed.
Mm. Yeah,
But
because
they played tonight. Yeah, that was USC.
yeah, it was supposed to be
That's what USC.
USC, but you got injured.
Yeah, they beat them by like 12. I remember that. But that's Paige,
Yeah,
and
Paige.
Paige one of the ones.
They would have that
She been one of
rematch.
the ones. Yeah,
So I think
it
UConn
would
put
have
them
been
out.
her versus
Juju.
her versus.
Yeah,
That
cause
would have been
yeah,
nuts.
'cause I think UConn and Page put him out last year.
That's it.
So
Mm-hmm. That would have been nuts. But we're gonna see them in the league going against each other.
yeah, of
So
course.
that's gonna be cool. And I'm pretty sure Juju gonna bounce back from her injury just like Paige did. And a lot of other WNBA players do for some reason. So shout outs to y'all.
And
Prayers with
then
Juju.
uh, so about the predictions. Oh, Melo got inducted to Hall of Fame. Well deserved. Um,
Oh yeah. Shout outs to
certified,
Melo, bro.
certified bucket. I was like when you was talking about his son, it made me think about it. Like certified bucket. Like it didn't matter
Oh
what.
yeah.
Like and he can do it at all levels. You know, you want a post game, he got you. You want this three ball, got you. Got his mid range. Like it was like
He another one that he'll it don't matter he ain't get a ring. He's
yeah.
still mellow. He like you got killers, you got people who killers. Like to me, he's like top three bucket getters in the league that I seen. It'd be him and KD.
Hmm.
I probably put Melo over KD
Yeah, I would put
and
Melo
then
over KD too.
KD. Yeah, I put Melo, KD, and I had to think about the third person. I don't know, but yeah, Melo is one of the ones, bro. Like from college all the way to the league.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, shout out to Melo, man. Well deserved, bro.
Like, and the
I
reason
ain't
I would
mad at
put
that.
him over KD is I think Kobe said it. KD at one point, but KD fixed it. Um, he couldn't shoot over one of his shoulders or something, and Kobe used to be able to sit on it, and he was like, with Melo, it won't really a weakness,
A week.
and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and with KD because he's so tall and lanky, you can get physical and up underneath him. With Melo wants that physicality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wants it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really bother him. So that's why I said I would give it to Melo, even though KD's 7 foot and
When
can shoot. You know what I'm saying? But
when the greats talk about the greats, that's who
that
that
that's
lets
when
you
you
know who
listen.
the greats. That's why I put Tony Allen. Like we got to do top five defensive players
Mm.
because Kobe was like Tony Allen probably him and KD
Yeah,
said was the
both of them
hardest.
said it.
So that let you know something, bro. Like niggas not just saying that. Like so, and he got a ring too. He got a ring with Boston.
Boston, yeah. I want
And
to
then
ask.
him when he was with Memphis, they used to battle.
Hmm.
They used to battle some teams in the playoffs. I think they
Yeah,
battled KD in them a
yeah,
couple
he did.
times.
They did.
Yeah, hell yeah. What you about to say though?
Um, all right, so is it a difference between when you are the guy and you play defense well, or you just a regular, um, a guy like, cause Tony Allen, his whole thing would be playing defense, right?
Right.
But you'll have
In
somebody,
the NBA anyway.
well, in the
But he
NBA, I don't
he
look
had his
like,
games where he would go off.
really?
But I see what you're saying though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had games where he could
His whole energy is, uh,
go towards.
defense. So it's like, okay, you better have energy to get there, play
But what
defense.
about players who don't do either on the court? They just out there not D'ing up for real, but they're not getting buckets either. Like I see what you're saying, but you can never just gloss over like a person who willing to really study to shut down like
Oh no,
your
I never gloss
star
over that. I give them
player. I
all the
wouldn't even
props.
say shut down.
No, I give them all the props. Like
Yeah,
me personally, I feel like I think we said this before. I feel like Dennis Rodman is the greatest defender ever. Like, and we can go
yeah,
into that,
he up there.
Um,
But he did more than that. He did the dirty work. Like
yeah,
he'll go get the rebound. He'll go all out for the plays like
yeah,
like a Draymond, like a Pat Beverly.
yeah.
It's and like the little guy from remember the little guy from I think he was in New Orleans. He kept getting the steals because he'll
Alvarado,
like go to the corner.
Alvarado.
Yeah, like that's another thing. Like when you can affect the game, like cause turnovers and doing like when you don't got to change your game plan that much. When you got somebody like Tony Allen, We don't got to do all this extra shit. Just put Tony on them.
Yeah.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's major. Like, a team game planning for you because they know they got to see you. He likes to do this. We make sure we do this. So, but like, cause there's players out there who don't do shit. Like a nigga like, but they getting paid like a nigga like. I'm trying to think of somebody like,
Yeah, I want you to tell me
and
like,
I hate to say. I guess you could say somebody like Harrison Barnes or something like, even
oh
though that's from
shit.
UNC.
He said
Like,
like a
so shout
nigga
out to
like Harrison
Harrison.
Barnes.
But he's just like a general forward. He's like a pro. He
Yeah.
gets his contracts. He keeps it moving. So he's obviously a
Like
good player.
like a
But
Tobias
what is he
Harris.
known for? Or well, Tobias has had his years, but lately, yeah, like a Tobias.
A
It's like
Chandler
what is he
Parsons.
known for?
Yeah, you're right. Getting paid for nothing.
Like what are they known for? Like playing defense or offense or either? Neither. Like they
Yeah.
just do what that needs to be done, and just moves forward. They were saying that about Jaren Jackson, and like they asked him like about the losses, and he basically had said something like well, it's cool. Sometimes you win games, sometimes you lose games. We all could be homeless. So they're basically saying like they don't have like a winning environment. Like all they players not on the same page and like trying to go all out to win.
I get what he's
So
saying, but he's true. He's not lying though. If we really think about
it's
like
both.
it's both. I get what he's saying. Like because sometimes you could do all you can and you still lose a game because maybe the referee did
Yep.
something or someone else, and it's
Hmm.
just everybody wins, everybody loses. You get what I'm saying? But think
Yep.
about it. They getting paid millions to play a game that, we paid for free back. You know what I'm saying? They're playing a game. You know what I'm saying? So I get what he's saying. I
Like
just feel like I want the right time to say it. Like, it's like, okay, I get what you saying.
imagine because you play with Memphis, so it's like you in like a town where no, they ain't trying to hear that. They trying to hear like Tony Allen,
Mm-hmm.
Zach Randolph. They want you to go hard, even if you ain't. And not saying he don't go hard, but it's just like that's not a mentality that maybe somebody would want to hear. But I agree with him. And what you were saying about how they get paid for millions, Bradley Beal was like, he had said something
He said
like,
something like the same thing.
I
Like,
don't care. Basically, and he was like, I got a no trade clause, so I'm gonna be, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
shit,
Like,
I still got the best job in the world. I got a no trade clause. I'm in Phoenix. I'm chilling. I got my family out here making millions. That, like, yeah, wins and losses cool, but shit, I'm chilling. You know what I
exactly.
mean? So I'm never mad at that. That's why, even though I hate that when it comes to football, I ain't mad at him how he keep it business. He keep
Mm-hmm.
it business. He say the right thing. Win the loss, he come to the podium and talk to the. You know what I mean? He out there in Dallas. So I would love to see him maybe you know what I mean, go somewhere else. Like maybe the Raiders trade for that, and then we
Mm.
get Shador. Well, not we, but maybe the Cowboys get Shador.
Ah, you should.
And you know, I mean, like maybe Jerry trying to do something. He need to do something because we gonna talk about him too. But I'm just saying, like, I always respected that for that. And he was like that at Texas A&M. Well, no, not Texas. I don't remember what school he went to, but
I think it was Texas A&M.
um, yeah, I think it was. He's always been a leader. They always won the conference, but then that's about it. He not really
Mhm.
getting too much.
Well, so what would you about? Dang, you were saying Dak going somewhere. What would you want to see him at?
I think it'd be cool to see him in Oakland. Really, just
Okay.
anywhere other than Dallas. Like a
Okay.
team who need a quarterback. Maybe him and Tom Brady can make some shit shake.
Okay.
Just another team, like maybe even the Saints, like just somewhere else. I want to see, like a Dak somewhere else. Just so he get that pressure off his back of playing in Dallas. And I don't know, I don't feel like he'll do nothing different, but maybe he won't. maybe he won't lose the game. Like maybe he won't.
Oh shit.
Like maybe it won't be on him. Like you know how Joe Flacco got his ring. You know, like maybe he does what he
Mm-hmm.
needs to do instead of you know, having to do too much essentially.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Goddamn, that wraps up this episode, bro. Goddamn, anything you want to add? We gonna come, like I said, we gonna come back with the T Mac, the top shooting guard all time, defensive players. We're gonna do another
I do,
episode.
I do got one thing though, just to be funny but serious but funny, right? Um, I wanted to ask you about you seen where the girls is running track
Oh,
and the
and the
girl
girl
hit
smacked her with the
the other
thing.
girl that hit with the baton.
Like, bro, what?
She tried to, bro. She went on and had this big press conference about how it was a mistake. She went all the way with it, bro. How you feel
Bro,
about that, bro? You feel like it was on purpose or it was a mistake?
bro, you saw how she hit her with it? Like, that's not no ass. Like, what was you trying to do? Like, bro, homegirl caught back and everything. Like, I was like, damn, do you not like
Bro,
her or something? Like, what the fuck happened? Like, nah,
ain't as she tried to show it at so many different angles and like, bro, ain't nothing you can say, bro.
exactly.
Like,
Like, that, nah,
and her
feel,
people's talking about like they supporting her. That's the problem, bro. Like.
exactly.
You can't enable her, bro. Just like it is what it is. You hit her in the head. Like,
I was trying to
ain't
figure
no
out
way
why.
you did that by mistake.
Like, why? Like,
Cause the other girl, that got hit, she was explaining it, and basically she was being a sore loser essentially because she was trying to pass her, and then she was like she was running like basically, and with so many words, she was saying she was kind of like running dirty. Like
mm,
she didn't want her to pass her, so she was trying to do little stuff like stick her elbows out so she couldn't pass her and stuff like that. So then she was like she was going past her and she got past her. And then when she got past her, the girl got mad and hit her in the head. That's how the one that got hit. That's how she explained it. Like in the race, she could have passed her, but the girl kept doing little shit, like little dirty shit to, I guess not allow her to pass. And then once she got past her, like on the last 100 meters or so, or going into the last 100 meters, that was when she hit her. So
hit her with the
I,
box.
hey bro, that little shit probably bing.
Bing,
Like
like that shit was
imagine that you
ringing.
running. Like, oh my God, we would have been fighting on that motherfucking track. You trying to play the victim? Like you ain't do it on purpose? Oh no. I can just imagine some my family out there. That ain't going down,
Is
bro.
that like,
You know,
hold
they
on,
could
why the
just
fuck he
yeah.
got there do that? Nah,
But they gonna try to. She really lied, bro. Like that shit is sickening, but it's funny because it's like, bro, you did it on purpose. There's no way you can say it wasn't on purpose, and it's so like it's not okay, but it's okay. You'll be able to move on. Like you gotta eat that, bro. Like you got mad because the girl passed you. Like man. I was thinking about this shit the other day.
that's
It's
so bad.
kind of old now. I just want to know what you thought about it.
Nah, when I first saw, it, I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, did she? I'm thinking like maybe the little girl said something to her before the race or something. You're like, well, fuck you. Like, I'm thinking something like that, bro.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also, I did want to say this too. I believe Shannon Sharp, bro, about when he was saying he went live by mistake. Cause I done went live by mistake a few times on IG recently, randomly, like
Right,
just taking my phone out my pocket and I'm on IG live, and I stop it before it goes through, but because you would think like you got to do so much, but it got to be something where you could just slide and just like, or
bro,
maybe it's like
bro,
a shortcut or something.
bro.
But if I pull my phone out my pocket and I'm live, I ain't do nothing. So what can you what? I just want to throw that in there. I
All
think
right,
I believe you on.
all right, shit. We're gonna try to go
Huh?
live. We're gonna try to go live, right? And just see, like, bro. Like, cause I
No, you
tried to
can't. You
do it.
gotta.
Like, I tried to do it, and I'm like, bro, it's too much shit you have to do to go live. Unless you was already.
It's a shortcut. It
That's
gotta
what.
be a shortcut. I ain't do the research, but it gotta be a way where. Matter of fact, let me just see right quick. See, so look, let's say, so I just clicked on IG, right,
Hmm.
and like the shortcut, right. So it got switched to the Bros podcast. It got camera. It got new posts. It got view notifications. This not even in the app. So if I click on new posts, you could just slide to the left, slide to the right, and you could be live just like that.
Mm.
Like that ain't going through all the steps. And this happened to me maybe twice within the last couple of like being at work and shit. Like it's happened a few times, which is very interesting.
So,
But one time I gotta say I was already on IG. So just to be fair,
so my
one
thing is
time
this.
I was already on IG.
So I know, like, so I know I be seeing your James, right? And I see you post like, basketball clips and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you know how to work it, right?
Uh-huh.
For the most part, right? You be on IG, right?
Yeah.
He says he doesn't know how to work it. He don't be on IG. So when you sit there and say, oh, like it could be an accident because you probably just posted a basketball clip and then left it right there because whatever. If he's never up
Uh,
there, you get what I'm saying? I can't. Oh, you don't know how to do. Nah. First of all, if you don't know how to use it, why is it on your phone? If you don't know how to use it,
mhm.
you get what I'm saying?
Right, you got it.
Yeah. It's like it's nah, bruh. I get what you're saying, but it's just like nah, bruh. 'Cause if you don't use
No,
some,
I know. I already know you won't go let them live
nah,
because I
hell
remember
no, bro.
last
Like,
time we
bro,
talked
like,
about it. You was like,
nah,
no, that shit ain't no way, bro. I feel
like.
you. I ain't mad at that. That's why I brought it up. I ain't
Yeah,
mad
like
at
I
that,
ain't,
bro.
what
I
I'm
knew.
saying. I'm just like, bruh, especially like, cause like I said, if he would have been like, he kept saying, and then what made it worse, right? He said I was hacked, and then was like, nah, I won't hack. That was me.
No,
So
he admitted he lied about that though. Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Why you lying about it?
But that's like a see, and he still got to keep his job and everything, bro. So that's how you know, like,
But that's what I'm saying.
I just felt like he was trying to play the game, like I was
Hmm.
trying to,
But
but
my thing is
he
this:
came back and said no.
he brings so
Hmm.
much revenue the first tape when he's up there. It's like kind of
Right.
like
Right.
I can deal with your bullshit because stuff like that don't sometimes happen. So the one time it happened, all right, well we got over it because Stephen A. Smith have done a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff and shit you should have
Hmm.
been fired for, but he brings so much to it. They like, all right, he making us money. We gonna look the other eye. If he was somebody that wasn't like, I guess your boy, I guess Matt's and I guess you know what I'm saying. They be like, oh no, we gotta get
Yeah.
rid of it. You know what I'm saying? But Shannon brings that
Yeah.
revenue. They don't worry about it, and then it's a once in a lifetime thing or once in a while. You know what I'm saying? It don't happen. You know what I'm saying? So when people are like, oh, he kept his job, it's like, well, I mean, it's one thing that happened and, it is what it is. But I won't buy him. He's talking about, I did it on accident when you don't use IG anyway. Like, that's like, what's some food that you don't eat, Shakri?
Um, pork
Pork. Let's say you got, an
pork
app.
chop.
Yeah, like let's say you got a app like the store that sell pork, like just sell pork, like pork rinds and stuff. You would not have that app because you don't eat pork. Like you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like there's no reason for you to have that app because like I don't eat this. Like I don't watch. Let's say this. I don't watch porn. I won't have a porn app. I don't order DoorDash because I like to prep like some people like that. Like to prep their own food. They don't like DoorDash. They're not gonna have a DoorDash app on their phone. So you can't sit there and say, "Oh, my DoorDash account got hacked." No, I don't have a DoorDash account, so you can't say that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like him saying, "I don't know how to use it," blah blah blah, but it's on your phone. Okay,
Yeah. His
so
favorite excuse is,
you know what I'm saying? Excuse that makes
why
sense.
would I want to do that? Why would
Yeah,
I
I
want
get
to
his
do that
excuse,
when I
like why would
got
you want to leave,
yeah,
leave money and all that stuff like that? And
yeah,
it's an
lose
easy,
all his
yeah,
endorsement.
it's an easy thing because controversy sells.
Right.
We all know that. Like
Hmm.
we all know that.
Exactly.
Like we all know controversy. So that's controversy. That's money. That's getting people talking. That's we all know that. We ain't stupid. Like if it was like more, what's the word? Like, honorable or, all that stuff like
But
uh
you wanna know what's funny? Every guest that he has, they bring that up.
exactly. You got to. It's like, bruh,
Every guest on Club Shay Shay, they bring that shit up. Like, and they ain't gonna never stop.
exactly. So I mean it is what it is. We know
I'm
you
gonna
get
bring
it
it
in.
up.
I know he get this one. He bring us on the show. We gonna bring that shit up. Like, bro, you was talking to us, do
He
it, bro.
definitely is.
Like, what the hell was you doing? Like, yeah, damn, you already a big ass dude. Like, but
No, I ain't gonna lie. I be talking too though, so I can't even be mad at that.
but you be sounding like a gorilla though. Like, yeah, man.
Oh no, he probably was on one of them Bluetooth or
Oh yeah,
something.
he got one of them just his
Real
sponsor
smart.
or some shit.
He got a couple. He probably was on one of them Jones. See, I don't
Both
need
of them.
all that.
Well,
I just talk regular.
we ain't 50 something either, but I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why he probably making that noise because he, a little bit older, so he has some enhancements. And
enhancements.
I ain't in that picture. I probably would try it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, shit, that's a wrap for this episode. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we gonna come back probably Saturday during the college games. Bring y'all another great episode. Y'all got dang, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we're gonna keep these episodes going. Hopefully we'll be on time for most of them. But Shakri, anything you wanna add?
Man, we appreciate all our new subscribers. Y'all continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Bros Podcast. We on IG as well, The Bros Pod. Uh, yeah, man, y'all keep rocking with us. We got a surprise coming for y'all soon. And yeah, we'll see y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right.